Did you get a notification that I was live? I was live, live, I was live. Oh, everybody, it's a quiet stream. It's 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. here, and I'm doing my work thing. I'm doing my Adobe work because we've got LAPStick episode 6. The return is happening tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And so here it is, 4 a.m. Eastern time, that same day. And other than 35 seconds, and it's not even completed. I still have to add a graphic to it. I have to do the pre-recorded parts, which are about 12 minutes worth of stuff. So I'm going to be tonight working with Premiere Pro and Character Animator. Not so much Character Animator because I already did the work with that. But piecing these pieces together in Premiere Pro so that we have our countdown video with the song and all that other stuff, and then we'll have the other pieces. Karen, our Karen character is running for president. Some of you may have noticed, and so that character and that character segment is going to be taking a different direction. Going to still have little Terpene there, and I'm hoping Charlie Wood's going to be there as well. Oh, let me say hello to some people and get the names up here on the screen so that I can see later. Everybody who swung on by. Luke Duke Outdoors. Peace and love. Peace and love. Look, it's the J Jordan. The J Jordan. Everybody, I know Nightbot will end up dropping his link. You can search for the J Jordan, the J underscore Jordan, and get connected to everybody. We haven't gotten. I want to mention we haven't gotten him set up to be on the show yet, but I really want him to be a part of the show, and I want him to be animated. But we're a couple weeks away from having that ready to go. Gampro out there, Gampro, one of the just great improv guy to work with. I gotta say, I love working with him, just pulling stuff together. It's so nice to improv with that sharp mind. And I had seen that Steve Pumphrey, peace and love, Steve Pumphrey. And Auntie, hey, how are you doing? Live long and prosper, or backhand live long and prosper. That's another thing. So tonight, let me get this thing moved over here. What do we got? Brand new music video based on something I wrote today with my Canon EOS. Hey, that is awesome. That is awesome. I'm looking forward to it. And the little Terpene shirts. I really like the shirt design and everything. We need to feature that and everything because I think Little Terpene's gonna be a hit, gonna be a success. Let me move this. Let me get this moved out of the way here so I can. How did I end up closing out all my other windows? You ever have that happen? Where you close out every other window that was on your screen? Let me come over here. And so I am running over here I am running in Premiere Pro, and I've got basically a work program put together. Uh, I don't know if you look over here. This was actually we recorded. I create over in StreamYard. I create a recording only session where Jess came in as Soda Pop from back in the back at her computer, and I came in. We use because of the color scheme, the green would take too much of the yellow and everything away in the popcorn. So blue is used underneath the popcorn. We use green underneath the soda pop. But we record over there, and then I put this together here, and it's got all of the different little 15 to 30-second intros to the different segments that we have in the show. And so we recorded it. We do one take each because these is just pre-recorded, and they're improv basically. It's just stupidity and funny voices. So and just the filler so that I can actually be switching out the scenes during Lapstick to get the show underway and everything. Let me see if I can read Oh, I'm telling you, man. You just, I just fearless when you and I are going in there when it comes to improv. It's like I know he's just gonna be there, and whatever it is, you're advancing it and making it richer, and that just always works. Always works. Um, so I've got these that I'm going to be cutting these into the segments, into the individual videos that will go along with another pre-recorded segment that's either an ad for one of the channels that are a part of the show, or as I said, Karen is now running for president, so there is one segment where I do have a ad run for let's make the customer right again. Karen 2024. That's what we need in this world. But that's what we've got going on. And thank yous. I did put together. I do have one other thing here. I'm running character animator right here, and Steve the Alien is the one that did our countdown for this episode. So I'm going to be having to put together the countdown, and I do thank you videos for. There were a number of people that I had hit the 500 mark, and so the super chat had come up. And when I first went live and everything, there were several supporters that were quite generous, and I was very surprised and very thankful. And so I've made sure that at the beginning here during the countdown, I am making sure that I call them out and thank them for that. But with the dynamic linking that we have, since I've already recorded my lines and all the moves over here in character animator, I now just drag this scene down into Premiere Pro, and it'll show up. I'll click on Premiere Pro. It'll show up over here in a second. Now it's a longer one, so it's longer than the normal ones that we have. And I'll deal with that after I do this one here. And right now, like I say, I'm just piecing this, and I don't think you'll be able to hear any of this. I'm going live because I need to make sure that I don't lose the hours that I had this time last year, because on that cusp of 3,100, and so I don't want to end up dropping down because I had some Friday nights that had great numbers. So I've got to start doing these lives when I'm working and when I'm able to put some time together and keep those numbers up while we concentrate on LAPStick. So I'll just do them with the live. Oh, I can't see this. Oh, yeah, morning to all. I'm wondering, a bunch of them have probably been up all night. I tried to sleep last night. I laid down at 4 a.m. and at 4:06, I heard gunfire. And I live out in the country, but still, it's 4:06, and it's not the first time that in the middle of the night I heard gunfire. So there was no sleep. When you hear gunfire, it's I need to make sure there isn't somebody running through the yard trying to get away from whoever, or somebody trying to escape from and waiting to hear the cops. Never heard the cops or anything, and it had to be 10 or 11. It could have been at this horse barn up here the way. Then they just haven't, whoever it is hasn't, reported that they shot whoever it was. Maybe that's it. I don't know. It's an interesting time to be alive. It truly is. It's a thing of beauty. But anyway, here is our, I've got to get an earpiece, and I don't believe this is going to end up coming through on your end, which that way you're seeing behind the scenes. You don't have to hear behind the scenes. I don't necessarily have to share that. You'll have to tune into LAPStick 9 p.m. tonight on this channel. Live animation and puppetry will be these characters and different puppets and different things, and it's all improv. I mean, there's a basic premise, but it's improvisation. The Art of Floundering podcast is part of it. Gampro is a part of it. Charlie Wood is a part of it. All those links are getting dropped out here. I feel bad because I didn't end up going on Camp Gmail. I wanted to this evening and got interrupted at the time that I wanted to, and then he had a full house, and And then I got on to this, and we started recording because I realized I was far behind on what I needed to do here. But I'm gonna go ahead and just start playing to see. Okay, I guess the audio's all right. Okay, that's where I'm gonna start, right there. And so basically, I am cutting these two. I am pulling that back, dragging them to the beginning. So it's because I think I've got 5 of these I've got to produce. They're all in just one take. And I've got the duplicated lines. One of these is the character that's just got him with the green screen with the other cut off, and the other is popcorn. So I can position them and move them where I need them to be. Let's see, this is popcorn. I actually want to bring both of them down. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Grab my thing and let's drag them down along the bottom. Or should they be standing on the words live animation and puppetry? Yeah, I'll do a little bit of this aesthetic work. And that way, when I make a duplicate of this and go to make the next one, everything will work out good. Peace and love, Shelly. Peace and love. How are you? How are you? I hope everybody's everybody. If you're not connected to show, hashtag awesome should be running out there. If you're a content creator, hashtag awesome to get a Nightbot to drop your link and everything along those lines. Okay, let me pull this one up. No, wrong one. Wrong one. Other one, I want to grab it and bring it up on top of the words. So live animation and puppetry will still be seen. Although, I'm going to grab both of those, drag them up. And I'm going to put I want to darken that background. So let me grab a new item, which is just going to be a, let's say a color map. Let's see what color I want to make it. I'll just leave it as black. Leave it as black. Drag that on top of this and set the opacity down. There we go. So now my characters pop a little bit more. Now it's too dark. I don't like that the dark arms on my characters don't come out good. So what can I do about that? I can put a glow behind them. I can put something along the edge. Let's see what effects I want to use here. I'm gonna try with a drop shadow. I'm going to attempt to lighten the edges without adding an edge with the drop shadow. So I will add a drop shadow to this top one. Where is the drop shadow? Okay, it's down here. Now the color they have on the drop shadow, I'm going to change this color to a white. So it's a bright white, and let's see where this actually comes out. Okay, we got this white. We've got that in that direction. I've got that at about 8 pixels. I can change the angle that it's at so that it's on the top. That, I'm going to go with that. That way I only need the one. Let me play with this amount again. I think that is a good amount. That way I've got some separation between it and the background so that you can, I don't know how well you can see. I'll turn that drop shadow off on the, well, I'll increase this. Because, you know, if it's a watch me work, I might as well show you guys what I'm doing. Let's bring this up to 100%. And it's this character here. You see on the arms, I'll turn the drop shadow off. See how I'm adding just a bit of a white drop shadow. It's 50% opacity, so you know it allows stuff behind it to bleed through and all that. But this way, it pops against the dark background that these guys are set on. So let me get back to the fit position, and I want to copy this drop shadow. And because I've got the two characters, let me add it to my other character. So now those two look good. Now those two, I think, look really good against that background. That's gonna work out for me. Everybody's saying hello. Hey, look at the friendliness. Look at the friendliness here on Rich New Design at whatever time it is. Four something. Is it 4:20? Somebody tell me, is it 4? You wouldn't let me. Yeah, it's not 4:20 yet. Uh, so I've got them looking the way that I like. I've got that darkness over top. I can turn it off. I've got that dark in the background, and then we've got the shine on them, so they're popping. That kind of works. I'm gonna listen to where I need to stop for this first one. I don't even remember doing these, so I'm just listening to it. I'm gonna have to do some denoising, but I but I only did we only did one take of each of these, so I know that there's it's not like I have to, you know, pick between multiple takes. Just perf stuff is good. But I'm gonna have to do a denoise and I'm gonna have to do some compression. All right. That is where this ends. And this is for the alien report. They're introducing the alien report. So I'm going to bring it to here. And actually, I'll select all of these. Okay. Cut them all. Select them all here. Get rid of it. And so I've got 50. Okay, this isn't bad. This is almost a full minute of filler. And again, this is the pre-recorded stuff that we're going to be anytime is 4:20. You know, you're right. I gotta be honest, Shelly. Before the show, it was 4:20. You know, that's so. I don't adhere to those. It's got to be on the nose kind of rules. Those don't matter. I break the rules. I'm one of those. I'm a rule breaker. I got nothing. I got nothing. Uh, we've got our first one, which is the one that goes ahead and introduces the alien report. Now, like I said, and I'm making all these changes because I've got five of these that are all based off of this one long movie. And so here's the first one. It's a minute long. I've got five of them. It's about an 8 minute thing. So I'm going to go through. When I finish this one, I'm going to duplicate it and then just extend because these cuts aren't destructive. All you're doing, it's still just referencing a full piece. So you can still drag the end out and the rest of the clip is still there and everything. So I do the first one, make sure it's all right, and that way I don't have to and duplicate this in that manner. That way I don't have to do the denoising and the leveling and everything else over and over. The majority of that work is just all done once, and it's just automatically on the others. That's how Sally said so. Yes, that's no rules. You know the bad thing is that's what my 7-year-old says now. She comes up, she says, I'm you know, I'm the type of person I don't follow the rules, and she's trying to be funny. And yeah, it really is funny, but you know, and you got to be the dad, and you got to listen to all that, and you just okay, I know you're a ham. Is there someone else that can be your audience right now, kid? Because I got a lot of stuff going on my own. Okay, so I come over here. Like I say, I've got to now fix this track. So let's come down here to the audio track mixer. And if you're using Premiere Pro and you come to your audio track mixer, you can, if you don't see it, you can always find it up here and select it up in the Windows section. But there's a little arrow up in that corner that allows you to expand to where you have your racks, your effects racks. So you got that and your different sends. Now it's track 1, so I want to first I want to come in and I want to do the denoise. And really, I just want to do a light noise reduction. And I don't even need to listen to it right now because it's going to be fine. If you do enough of these, you know what you're working with, you know what you can just put out. The next thing I want to do is use the special and vocal enhancer, which hopefully, let me double click it to bring up the tool. We're going to leave it on high tone because both of them are talking with a high tone. And over here on the final output, this is where I want to put a multiband compressor. Double click on this thing and come up here and I choose broadcast level. And I come over here and I'm going to go to I'm going to go to -4 on this because I don't want to be too loud, but I do want to be up there in broadcast level so that everything else fits. I'm going to just look at this now, and you can see I'm looking at this graph that's right behind my head. I'm wanting to make sure that I don't clip, which would be the red coming up. And I want to make sure that it's up there in the range where everyone can hear it. So far, so good. Let me lean to this direction. I'm listening to myself say the word pervs as the popcorn character. It's still doing good. Perv stuff is good. That was the quote. You know, there's this spoiler. Perv stuff is cool. Okay, so I think that. Now, do I want to add any kind of background music to it? Yes, she is a rebel. Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea just how out there that kid is really. Okay, let me come over here. Let me see what I've got in my audio section that I can pull in. There's a drum thing that I use in so many. Oh, this is the wrong thing. Ambient, drum roll, dramatic, comedy. Oh. I don't know that I want to use any of these. It's almost as though there's too much to choose from. And if there's one thing that I don't believe in, it's taken too long to make decisions about a show that is number one, just friggin' free. It's not like anybody's making anything on this thing. But number two, it's out there. Okay, I am going to use this, and I'm going to come over here, click on your the third tool down here, and select Rate Stretch tool. I'm just gonna, because this is just for background noise, and this is a drum beat. And so I'm just going to do the Rate Stretch tool to bring it all the way out. That'll slow it down considerably, but it doesn't matter. I'm not looking to actually use it in some manner that's of importance. Let me pull it way down in the mix so that it's just a background. Bringing it down -15, -15 dB in the mix here on the track mixer. Let me get so I've got both of these headphones in so I can hear this mix a little bit better. And let's see how that works. Yeah, yeah, that's working. It's kind of friggin' loud. It's kind of friggin' loud. I want to bring them down just a bit. Let's see what we got. Because they're clipping. I you can't hear it, but might bring this down a little bit more. Okay, since I know that you guys can't actually hear that, I will leave that as that. I think that mix is gonna work. I'm not gonna over worry about that because I'm gonna move forward. Because like I say, I got 5 more of these I've got to end up putting together. 5 more of these I gotta make happen. 3 seconds. Crazy, crazy. Dragon Glassy Diamond. All right, peace and love, peace and love. Hey, if you haven't, everybody or whoever, hey, good morning, good night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. If you would give me that thumbs up, that would be awesome. Help that help that algorithm out. Uh, as I was mentioning, and I appreciate everybody that has come out and everybody that has shared and all the support. It's awesome. And hashtag awesome. Speaking of awesome, I should have remembered, right? I mean, that's the whole thing. Oh, let me. This was the one that I was using. Karen for President 2024. She will talk to the manager. Karen for President. Yes, that's gonna be a part of the show. But hashtag awesome. If you want to get your links dropped out there, Nightbot probably mentioned it, and Nightbot's dropping links of the other channels that are involved in LAPStick. These are all these are the little clips that go in between our live skits that give me the ability to switch over to whatever character I've got to be next, switch the scenes out, and do all the behind the scenes production work that has to go on for the show, and that's why I need a minute or two in between each of these, because the rest of the time I'm talking the whole time and doing improv as whatever character, as Steve the alien, or as Karen the man, the customer is always right. She's running for president, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And the Bud Zone, I end up I'm drained by the end of it, just absolutely drained. It tears it out of me. But do connect to the channels that Nightbot is dropping out there. Good people. They're people working with me on this show. Charlie Wood, Gampro, the Art of Floundering podcast, the Jay Jordan. He's the best friend of the channel, and so definitely connect with him. He's not on the show yet, but I will work that out. Hashtag awesome. AWESOME. I'll do it. I think if I do it, will it work? And it should drop mine if I spelled it right. I can't, it's not like I can see all that well. Come on. There we go. See, hashtag awesome. And that'll allow you to drop your link so that you can get it. So other people can connect, so Shelly can connect, and anybody else out here that isn't already connected. So we've got let me get back at this. So we've got this 53-second. This one's done. I'm gonna right click, reveal the sequence in the is it this one? Okay. How is it dark and then lights? That doesn't make sense to me. Well, I won't worry about it. I'm going to call this intro temp TMP because these are going to be added to other files. These are going to be a part of a compilation. This one will come after after the countdown and the song, the intro song, and the political ad for Karen for president, and then this thing plays, and then we come live with the alien report. So this is a compilation. That's why I'm naming it Temp Alien Report Intro. All these are just going to be there'll be Temp Alien Report Intro. There'll be Temp Karen Intro. It'll be Temp the Bud Zone Intro and Temp Wrap Up Intro. Those are the ones that I've got to put together here. And Temp Art of Floundering Podcast intro. So we'll have all those things coming together. Before I duplicate it, I want to make one more listen to see if there's anything else that I want to change so that I don't have to come back and do it in all of them. I do the work in this one and then, move on. Okay, what did I do? Here we go. I'm going to make sure that the audio is not clipping. The audio sounds a lot better than it did. I know you can't hear it, but you can hear what it says tonight at 9 p.m. On the actual show. Ditches pervs. Yay, pervs. Yay. Yay. Okay. Okay. All right. So I believe this is good. I'm going to go one more time. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to reveal it in the project. I'm going to right click on it and I am going to come up here and I'm going to choose duplicate. And it's created it down here. And I'm going to call this one Temp. And I think it was Karen Intro. And come down there and double click to open up Temp Karen Intro. Now, as I was saying before, since these are all just off of one and this is non-destructive editing, it's not actually cutting it, it's just making references. So I can extend this because the rest of this the Karen part should be coming up here next. I'm going to listen to see where it comes because we did these in order. And like I say, we only do one take. This is a it's a shit show anyway, so it's not like we're gonna overly, we got to get that just nailed down, And most of it is live. Most of the stuff in the show is live. I think this is a short one. Okay, but it is starting here. Okay, right there is where that starts. So, like I did before, I come here to the intro, give it a little bit of time at the beginning, make sure those three are selected, Control K to cut, and I want to delete. I just needed to select delete. Let me select those, delete. Probably should have done a ripple delete, but okay, let's see where the Karen one ends. Now I'm just playing and the sound, it's already had the changes done. The track has all those effects added to it like it did on the last one. Using duplicate, I shouldn't have to do any of that other. I haven't had to do any of the drop shadow or anything. So I'm just listening to see where the end of this. I think that was it. Okay, because I heard myself say, okay, that works in my own voice. And okay, to right there. 3, 4. Control K. And Get rid of these. Now, what do I want to do with this? I'm just Control K. Once again, it doesn't matter, and I will add a. I'm not going to do a default transition because, like I say, these are going to be used with other pieces. So I'm going to wait till I put these together to see how I'm going to transition out of one to the other. And I can always, I can always change. Because I'm not going to pre-render too much. I'll allow the thing to just go on. So there, after taking all that time to make all the changes to the first one, I was able to go ahead and just quickly find where the edit was, and the second one is ready to go. It's only 28 seconds, but again, 30 seconds is all I really need, 15 to 30, because it goes with another piece. And let's see, after Karen comes the bud zone. So the next one we're going to need to make is the bud zone. So I come down here to the Karen, I duplicate it in my project. Here's the new one. Control A. Okay, it's temp bud zone intro. I hate the way that does that, but I open it up. So now I've got the bud zone intro. Just like I did the last one. I know it's going to start in this next section out here. So I just got to find out where it begins. Now this one I might have actually done 2 takes. Yeah, I lost it during that one, so we started that one over. Okay. I think this one is a longer one too, so zoom in here so I can get a little bit before it. They're all selected. Cut at that point. What happens if I do ripple delete? Look at that, all the way back to the back. Okay. Now I have to listen to see. It may be longer than that, so I'm just going to extend that out just to here. Listen to here till the end. Like I said, I think this one's longer, so I'm guessing this area here. Okay, yeah, this is where the ending is. Secrets will get you killed. Okay, there is where the end is. And let me grab these two. Pull them on out. This one, I already did the rate stretch earlier, so now I just have to bring this out. It's still the rate stretched version. Are all these in the same alignment? Yes, they are. Okay, and because I did all that other work and these are just duplicated, let's see if this one's done. It's so far so good. Watching the audio to make sure it's good. And it looks like this one's 41 seconds. And this is the bud song, so I think the next one is the wrap up. No, this is Art of Floundering. That's right, Bud Zone is after that. Secrets will get you killed. Okay, I was wrong when I named it, so let me reveal it in the project. And this is actually temp Art of Floundering intro. Okay, the next one must be Bud Zone, and then the wrap up. So I take this one I just did, go up here again, duplicate, the new one that's created. Control A, temp, bud zone, intro. I'd gotten that other one wrong. Just doing them in order. Like I say, we don't do two takes on these things. This is low budget, low brow, low effort. At least on the pre-recorded stuff. I'm only gonna do so much. But we know it is gonna be after the end of this. The hell was that? That looked a little weird. Secrets, I'm laughing about that. The buzz on. Okay, so it starts right there. I am going to hit that Control K. Right click and choose that ripple delete. And now we find where the end is. Hello, hello, Melinda Elliott. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good morning, good evening. I'm not sure if you're having a late night, early morning. I'm working on stuff for our show that we have tonight, live animation and puppetry, LAPStick. It's adult humor and everything, but it's comedy. It's mostly improv. These are the recorded segments that go in between the improv scenes. The buzz on. I don't need to use this ending part. Let me see if this is far enough. This is 44 seconds. That's more than enough. So this is where this one ends. The buzz on. Okay, select all three of those. Hit that Control K. Get rid of this. Stretch this on out to there. Grab my two background pieces, pull them out to there. And I'm gonna let it play. I know everybody out there can't hear it, but I gotta be able to see. Oh, you're working. Oh yes. Oh yeah. I remember you, Melinda Elliott. I've seen you when we did the Jay Jordan show and a number of that. Uh, so I hope work is going okay for you. That's what I call this. This stuff that I'm doing. I'm working on comedy, and I'm hoping. But I just figure I've got to be perfectly honest. I've got to keep my hours up because I'm only at like 3,100, and I went through such a period of they're gonna start to come off. I had some good hours starting a year ago, and so that's why at 4 a.m. it was, well, I'm going to be up working anyway. Let me do this live and just try to get some of those hours in. I hope you're doing well, and hope you gave me that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, to help that algorithm out. Because man, I could use it. They don't like my Steve, any of the Steve the Aliens. They don't like the shorts with those. They like the eggplant shorts. They'll put those out. But Steve the Alien doesn't get a lot of traction. And Karen, who's running for president, she doesn't get a lot of traction. The character Karen. All right, let me play this. And again, I am watching the meter here to make sure that I am not clipping or anything along those lines. I have myself a little bit of this. Oh, I needed that Gatorade. Yeah, these are all just one take. They're not great, but they're filling. They're filling. And this one is sounding good. It's looking good. And that Like I say, each of these is going to be connected to another one because it's this goes right before we go live, and there's usually another 30-second, either a filler. We're going to put an ad in for the Art of Floundering Radio. Going to put an ad in for Allie's Future Girl, as some of you may know her, Allie G. I want to get her shirts, the Little Terpene shirts. The Little Terpene character is just awesome, and I love the shirt design that she's got for them. Okay, so the bud zone. So I think I've only got one more left of these, and that would be the wrap up. So let me make sure I'm working with the right one. Right click on it, duplicate, rename it, temp, wrap up, intro. Because these will go pup with the others, and I'll call them break video 1, break video 2, break video 3. So I'll know what to play each time. And is this it? Yes, this is wrap up intro. And again, because these are not, we can just extend out to get the rest of the take there and everything. Okay, that was all other stuff. The wrap up, it's on out here. I can usually tell when I'm looking at the audio. I think it's going to start. It's going to start right here, I'm betting, and it's going to end right about there. So let's see if this holds true. Yep, that's where it starts. Zoom in so I can grab just before. Zoom back out. Control K. And ripple delete. Gets rid of all that space. Listen to how this is. Okay, again, I'm listening. This may be the last one of these, and then after that, I'll be making the countdown video, which is 5 minutes or something along those lines. Twiddle with straw. I'm listening to the comedy, but this is Premiere Pro working with animations that we did with Character Animator. Yay. I think that's okay. That's it. That is the one. So I'll bring it right to here. Actually, I'm going to bring it right to, yeah. Select these and these. Okay. Select all of them. Get rid of them. Cut this at the same spots. Oh, wrong. Control Z. If you make a mistake, Control Z. Okay, let me make sure this is all good. Listening to it. I think this is good. All right. All right, the next piece that I need to work on is I had, when I first came in here, when I first showed this, I had dropped the Steve the Alien from Character Animator that I have set up right here. I've already got the words and everything, and I've got the take, and I've dragged it over into my Premiere Pro. I'm gonna right click on it, and I'm gonna choose New Sequence from Clip. Okay, I can see from the audio that it ends right about there, which is the, oh man, it's like right at 420, 419. So we've got 4 minutes, but okay, it's gonna have to load. There's a couple things I need to put up when I have this, because when I start the show, I have the thumbnail of the lap with the stick on it. I go ahead and I play that through OBS, so my camera, when my camera is full screen like this, it'll be showing that, and then that will fade to the next video, which plays in OBS, because you can't use StreamYard when you've got this long of a thing. StreamYard will only allow you to have up to 200 megabytes for your videos that you have coming out there in the overlays. And so you're never going to be able to utilize that for the intro and the countdown and all those other things. So I stream those out with OBS, but I have the others put into StreamYard so I can, because they're only about a minute and a half. They end up falling in under the 200 meg when I put those together. Just a little bit of trying to add that production value to what we're doing here, utilizing StreamYard, OBS, and all these different tools to try to make the shows look at least a little bit more professional. So I've got Steve here. Yes, he's waving at me. Look at him. Oh, that funny guy. I'm going to bring him up a couple layers because I've got other things, and I'm actually going to move him off. A bit. Now, the thing that everybody's looking at when this starts to play, they're looking at this thumbnail. This is what's up on that screen. And so it's showing up, and then when that's what I need this movie to start with, so it will fade this out and fade in the Steve character. I may try to do some sort of effect with it, but again, why put the effort into something that's going to be this? Now I know it's going to have to be out as long as he is, and let's see. After how many seconds do I want? I want to fade in this dark that I had over top. And for those that didn't see it when I did this earlier, this was just a black color matte that I'm turning the opacity down. On. And I'll look to see what I had it over here. What did I have that opacity set to? 70, 79? No, 29. Oh, 29, yeah. So I've got the opacity set to that here, over here. Pardon me. So, and I want this to fade in. So I'm going to actually take the opacity. How many seconds is this? We go right to the beginning. I want it to be 3 seconds in. Oh, 2 seconds. Now let's have it. I'm going to go 3 seconds in. 3 seconds in, I want it to be this opacity. So I hit the stopwatch to create a keyframe. I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning where we're at. And I'm going to bring this down to 0 at the beginning. So when it plays, it takes 3 seconds to get to that dark part. And so we're now the way we need to be. And this is when I need to bring in Stevie the alien here and see exactly how I want to, where do I want to put him? Okay. I can actually do that. Now I'm going to do it in the, I'm going to do it over here. That's what I feel like doing. So I'm going to move him to the right. I should have him here. This works because I'll have a timer running up here. Let's see what we got. He's moving. He waves. Okay, I need that drop shadow that I used on these others. So let me go to one of these others. Let me just grab this drop shadow that I used to see if throwing that on Steve gives me, look at that. Look how much he pumps off of that. Okay, that actually gave us a good outline on it. All right, I like that. That is gonna work. So I can leave him like this, but so this fades in. And then I need him to come in some manner. Do the same thing, but over the course of 1 second. So we go from 409 to 5. It's a 24 frame, 509. And again, just like I did the other one, I am going to take the opacity, click the stopwatch to create a keyframe on it. And then I'm going to come back to the beginning. I'm going to set it to 0. So then he fades in like that. There we go. Starting from the beginning, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1004, 1005. I was okay. So this is where we have him talking. And at the end is where the timer is supposed to end. So I'm going to put a timer on this and get it to match up with what I have this running as. So it's as though he was running when there was a timer running. I have no idea how long it is. With the 4 minute and 13-second. So right here at 4:18:12, hang tight. I'll move this down just because I am going to grab from my library a timer. I'm going to put this here. And it is loading that timer in. Scale this out here so I can grab the other end and pull it down to where it can actually work with this thing. Okay. Now it's within the project and I can actually see what's going on. Let me scale it the way I need it. Where are you at, timer? Here you go. Okay. That's a memory hog. All right, let's move it over. Let's bring it up. Let's make it smaller again. It doesn't need to be that big. Bring it up. Okay, I think that's good enough. I think everybody should be fine seeing it that way. Hello, Tuba Chat, Connect and Grow. Hey, congratulations on that 600th episode and everything. I'm one of those working and lurking. I try to make sure that I give the view, but I can't get involved in all the conversations, or else it would take up too much of the time. So I bring it over to show support. Anybody out there, if you're looking to grow your channel, Tuber Chat, Connect and Grow. It is a great growth stream. It runs probably 3 times a week. Definitely worthwhile. Make sure you are connected at Tuber Chat. And hope everything's going well for you, Cal. One of these days, I'll actually have some time to get in there and work the channel again a bit more. But life has kind of gotten in the way, and I'm just trying to be able to do what I'm doing. So we've added our timer. Now we've got the timer up there, but I've got to set the timer up for how it's going to be. And I think I'm going to have the timer fade in the same as the same as our character. Our character fades in. Where is the character? This is the character. Boy, look at how much memory. I think I'm eating up the memory on this machine. It is having a hard time. It's having a hard time making moves around it. Okay, that's him. So this timer. Let me go to Steve and go to where the is the first, and here is where. So I'll go up to the timer, and this is where I want to have. I'm waiting. There we go. Opacity. Set the opacity at 100 here, and just like before, come back to the beginning. Set the opacity, a keyframe here, all the way down to 0, so the two things fade in with each other. Now this, the beginning of this is 409. I don't give a crap about the 09, but it's 4 seconds in, and we want it to wrap it up there. Right here is where 417. I'm going to say 418. So 18, so 4 minutes and 14 seconds is how long I want this to actually be. 418, because that was 409. Yes. 414. We'll see how that works. Okay, timer control. What are we at? Timer, primary controls. I don't want time format. Let's look. Hours, minutes, no. I don't know if you can see that the format is changing on that clock. Minutes, seconds. This is what I'm going to go with. And how many seconds? I'm going to put 14. I'm going to put 14 seconds. I'm going to put 4 minutes, 0 hours. Let's see if it 33 seconds. I'm seeing if it comes to an end here at the right time. That's oh, I'm sorry. You can't hear it, so you don't know it's 10 seconds. We love you all. 6 seconds. Let's wrap it up. Okay, that's pretty much perfect. It came to a 0 at the point where I wanted it to. Let me extend this. Oh, it kept on moving. It's still playing. And bring these on back. And bring this on back. Now, the next thing I want to do is I do want to work on the audio. Again, like the other. I want to do, because I just recorded here. I didn't have the fan on. One thing for those using StreamYard, they have added, if you look in the audio settings now, they have added a noise reduction, not just the echo cancellation that you did have. There is now a noise reduction in there. And I believe it is, I could tell from the meter that it was showing that it is cutting out the noise of this fan a little bit. Because I'm not seeing anything come up, but let me turn it off. You can hear that fan. Let me turn it back on. From the meter, it's not. It's actually doing a decent job, I guess. I hope it's not making everything just seem all screwy. Because you know, sometimes those things happen. 4 hours yesterday. I just saw that, Kevin. Yeah, you were 3 hours in, I think, last time I had looked and everything along those lines. it did almost silent. Oh, that's awesome. They have added that. I was pleased with that because I I need the fan. I really need the fan. It is getting a little unbearable with the way things are going around here. Okay, I'm gonna just look from the beginning here just to make sure. Again, it fades in that dark overlay. We have our character and the timer fade in. And I was like, okay. So now the character is in. So now we've got that. Now, a part of what I have to do here, and here's save. Everybody, make sure you click on that save, because you know if you're not saving, you're gonna end up having a bad time. I'm gonna have myself a little bit of a Gatorade here to try to, oh, I don't know, try to keep myself hydrated because I'm doing this all night. Oh, there we go. There we go. I feel a little bit better now. So now a part of what we have in this countdown, and if you're making your own videos and you're putting countdowns in, make your own countdowns for some stuff, and you can use that countdown as a shout out area. I've got a number of channels that I want to thank. I've got, I think it's 7 different channels. So I've Steve the Alien here. When I recorded this, he had thanked them and everything. So now I need to get channel image, something along those lines. Probably gonna capture those images so I can bring it into here and you know have that kind of come through. But before I do that, I think I'm gonna actually head to, what do we have here? What do we have? Do I have a page? Do I have a page with my page? Because I am going to unlock for a moment, but I want to leave something here as a, oh, but that would never work. I'd have to screen share that thing anyway. Nah, don't worry about that. Or actually, I could just play it through. No, that won't work either. None of my plants. The best laid plants. My that that was not as intended. So now I've got those areas. I've got to put these in. Now I could go ahead and skip beyond that, but let me go over here and let me start. I'm gonna pull up another page so I can start grabbing the pages here for a channel, all the different channels that I want to, well, that I have done the shout out in this video. Let's see, this is Jack's, right? And so I'm going to end up using, and I'll show you what I end up using. I'm using Snip and Sketch. If I need to grab some different stuff to show on the screen, let me expand this. Is it even going to do it? No, it's not. I'll bring that back. And it should be on your machine. Snip, type in Snip and Sketch. Snip and Sketch. I'm going to hit the new up here. And then I'm going to be like, why does everything want to bomb on me while this is happening? We'll come back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Snip and Sketch. You can never have enough. Let me hit new again. I don't know what that bug is. Okay, and then you just take your mouse and grab what it is that you want to get. And I guess that kind of works. I'm going to click on the save. This is the directory I save everything at. And I'll just save that there. Now I'm going to go to the next page. Let me get my list of pages. I gotta figure out what I've got here. What do I have? The Falcro. Let me get over here and let me grab the Falcro's page because that is the next one I want to list. I see Campro out there. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Uh, Nightbot should be dropping Gampro's channel. Everybody get connected to Gampro if you're not. He's on LAPStick. Just great for improv. Great guy. Just the people on the show are just great people. That's one thing I like about doing that show. It's just such awesome people. Okay, I want to go to the Falcro. The Falcro. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. And come back here to Snip and Sketch. New. Come over here. Nope, that did not work the way I had planned. Clicked on that wrong. Hit new again. This is an error I've noticed recently with Snip and Sketch, where it takes a couple moments to, and I end up clicking on the app to get the app to come up. Click on something else and then back on it. There we go. New. Jeez. Can't it work? Can't anything just work? Just trying to. I think it has problems when I also have OBS and Character Animator and Premiere Pro all running on the machine. Let's bring it up again. Snip now. Okay, let's come back over and do this again. Okay, Falcro. And I'm going to save that. Boom. Next one, pole vault. Where am I going? Pole vault. And it's a channel that I'm looking for. So I hit that filter to go to the channel. And here is pole vault's channel. And let's see how many times it takes with Snip and Sketch. Hey, check there. I cut it too close. But I am not ever going to hold myself to any type of standards of having to be perfect. So we got it. There's 3 of them done. My Flock is Everywhere is next on the list. My Flock is Everywhere. Is this the channel? Yes, here it is. Here is her channel. And let's grab the Snip and Sketch. Grab it. Save. Now, I won't have all these on the same screen at the same time, so I don't think it really matters that I don't think it really matters that they're not perfectly sized or anything. If I needed to, I could make each of them bigger and then create a mask that I just put them all underneath so they'd all be the same size. But again, this is LAPStick. That is antithetical to the attitudes of the people making you LAPStick. Oh, look how I can get rid of that. I didn't even know that little spot was there. All right, so I believe I shared that. I believe I saved it. I'm gonna go check in my assets to make sure that there is a My Flock. Is that it? Yes, I have it. Okay. So now the next one that I need to grab is Hugh Caldwell. Hugh Caldwell. I'll make sure I'm actually. You called well. I need to be connected to you. I am gonna grab. I like that. Ashes of American flag. Click on save to watch later. All right. Grab use graphic. New. Oh. Decided to do that. Let's try this again. New. There we go. All right. Got you. Save. Now, Foxy's Friends. Mike over at Foxy's Friends. Foxy's Friends. I was walking. Hey, you're coming up next. I see you there. The J. Jordan. You're the next channel after Foxy's Friends that I gotta grab. New. All right. Save that. And it is the J. Jordan. Be quicker if I just went to my channel. Top of the list over there. Oh man, it's Jesus. Here's my chat. I'm just gonna do this so I can actually get there. This thing can go to channel. Here we go. All right. New. Look at that. Just looking up. Look at me. I am freaking superior. What does superior look? I tell you, I have put on since everything fell apart a month ago. I put on 15 pounds. That's just it's stressing 15 pounds. Just pigging right out. It has not been fun. It has not been fun. Let me get over here so I can see what's going on. All right. Hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. I'm gonna have to make myself some coffee in a minute here to do that. But first, I want to come over here and I'm gonna create a bin. And I'm gonna go into that bin. Oh, this is not the bin I created. New bin. Here we go. Oh, it's all the way down here. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. This is just the work file for this episode. Screenshot. Oh, which one? Oh, that's the creator toolbox. Okay. I think it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drag all these that I just made into here. And now I just got to hear when. Okay, I'm now on pole vault here. It starts with Jack. Okay, here we go. We drag this one. And actually, yeah, it's just stick it up here. I am trying to figure out exactly. Because I can just, yeah, it doesn't matter where I put these things, right? I can actually, well, in order to move it around, you actually have to click on motion, and then you're able to move it around like this. And if you want to center stuff and other stuff, you actually have to add it over into Essential Graphics. Because unlike After Effects, where you have those capabilities with just graphics that you put up on the screen, if you're working with these over and images over here in Premiere Pro, you're best to actually create an essential graphic, drag your graphic into there, because that allows you to align your graphic to the other text, the other items that you have. Whereas over here, you're either, you're just flying blind, kind of is what the problem is, trying to line things up and all that. Now, I may just fly blind on this because, again, this is a countdown for LAPStick. This is not, our HBO series or anything along those lines where there's money being made or any happiness or anything along those lines. This is more therapy than anything else. I mean, really, that's what I'm thinking. This is total therapy. Oh, but we got that was cold. That was cold coffee. So I've got where these are coming in. Let me connect to. Let's see. Okay, I kind of like where that went. The timing is right, but like I said, I don't like that I can't center it without knowing what I'm doing. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna come over here to Essential Graphics. I'm gonna add, and I'm just gonna add a text, and I'm gonna delete that text. I'm gonna get rid of that text, but not until I've dragged this up there, the image. Now I'll get rid of this. Now the other thing I want to do is I want to make sure that it's lined up because the timing was perfect. Okay, that's where I wanted it lined up. I'm going to get rid of the big one that's there. And now I can scale this up. I know it's centered. Let me bring it on down. I can put a lot of them just in that area there. So I've got one of them. I've got all the others. Peanut butter and coffee. The peanut butter would knock me out right now. I just saw that, Jordan. I just saw that. Peanut butter and coffee. Now that would knock me out a little bit right now. So, but coffee I could definitely use because I only got 3.5 hours sleep last night, and it was actually yesterday afternoon. I was up doing shorts. And like I say, 4 a.m. I laid down at 4 a.m. 4:06, I heard gunshots. You hear gunshots, you're not going back to sleep. So that kept me up, and I decided to just keep working. All right, let me listen to see how long it's Jack. Special thanks too is what I probably ought to have. Hey, points on over. I don't like the way he points. That is not going to work with the way I have this, unless. Okay, let me move this. Let me move this over here. Let me bring this up here. Okay. I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to grab Falcros. Pull it up into there. me turn off the visibility of one of these. How did it just automatically put it where it needed to? Hey, I kind of like that. All right, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. Okay, so I'll leave. You don't want me doing the butt stuff. I'm just listening to the audio. It's okay, and then pole vault. So let me grab this, Alt click to make a copy of that. That did make a copy of, didn't it? Because I have, yes, it did. Okay, and here I want to grab pole vault. Did it just automatically? That kind of works. That kind of works. It's pole vault. Okay, this I'm kind of pleased with this. Raping pandas. Oh, that I don't know what I'm talking about there. Okay, I'm just okay. Let's add it to there and see who's next. My flock is next. So click on that, drag it over, find the my flock, drag it up above. Let's actually move it over just a bit. Okay, that works. Okay, that's okay, I think that's okay. Hugh Caldwell. So let me drag this, drag it on over, and let me grab Hugh Caldwell. Bring that on up. Let's see if that. Yep, that worked. That worked. I think I've only got. Okay, I got two more left after this. Okay, Foxy's friend. Drag this. Right there. And come down here to Foxy's friends. Drag that up into. I got two of these turned on. Let me turn the one on the bottom off. This one here has both of these on the bottom off. Foxy's friends. Okay. It's just coming along. Foxy's friends. This is working out. It's only a minute 23 after this. And the next one, oh, the next one is the J Joy. And then, oh, I'm pretty sure I refer to him as the best friend of the channel. I think that's what I use. Our best friend, the man, the myth, the legend. That's how the buildup is. Let me drag this on up. The man, the myth, the legend, the J. Jordan. Let's see how it sounds here when it goes. If you were not connected to the J. Jordan, you were doing life wrong. Okay, I think those are the shout outs. I will have each of the channels listed in the description of LAPStick, and probably have it drop all those during the countdown. I'll have the list so I can drop each one. We're not gonna knock this thing out of the park. This is kind of working. 12 seconds, 11, 10. But the audio is a little low. I'm noticing the audio is a little low. That's okay. That just means, all right, that's good to go. The man, the myth, the legend, not you. Yeah. No, I had to give you a good shout out there, man. I had to give you a good shout out. Okay, so we got that saved. And this is really now, well, let me do my thing. Let me do my thing. I've got this. Let me come up here to the track mixer, because you'll notice I didn't duplicate anything. I was doing something completely different. So here, I want to add my denoise like I do on the others. Come over here, and I just choose to do a light denoise. Usually I don't get when I recorded this, I know I had the fan off, so it wasn't too bad. I want to come over here to the special. I want to do the vocal enhancer, and I want to bring it to the low tone. Now I feel like I need some sort of background music for this thing. Something playing in the background. Is this actually 4 minutes and 30 seconds? It is 4 minutes 30. That's all the way out to here. And when it gets to the end of the timer, it's actually going to cut to the didn't have time to write a theme song. Whoa. Okay, I think this has got this. Let me see the meter. Let's see if it gets up in the yellow. No, it's not. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I didn't know I was off the shot. I'm gonna have to do some leveling on that, some compression, because that is just too much. Let me bring it back to 0. Let me come up here and multiband compressor. Let's I don't just want to raise vocals. I want bring this thing up to -4 dB boost, but broadcast levels. Try to get it at broadcast level. Okay, let's see how it looks coming in here. It's up a bit. I think that'll actually work. I'm probably going to add some drums underneath here, some sort of percussive loop, so that it'll add some sort of, I don't know, something. Add something to what we've got going on with this. Why is it telling me that I don't have a It's acting like it's like I got a bad connection. It ticks me off. Friggin' StreamYard. Has anybody else been having issues with StreamYard? I've heard a number of people complain about having issues with StreamYard, and if you have, let me know. Let me know. I've seen a bunch of people do it. I am thinking I'm getting a little peckish, getting a little I do need to grab myself some sort of peanut butter or something. So let's do to get myself through. Do I have another file or something that I could share? I will, since this does have spoilers. I am gonna go ahead and yeah, Karen commercial. Let me open this up. And does this have everything in it? Yes, it does. Uh, I am gonna export this, even though there's more stuff that needs to go on this. I'm gonna go ahead and export this to the temp directory that I have set up, and I'm gonna share this so everybody can have a couple some sort of laugh. Hey, is that Mr. Smith? Is that Mr. Smith? Not the green hamster, Mr. Smith. Oh, is my camera is all lag looking crappy? Oh, I can see it's actually losing my camera stream. How is my stream going away? I'm not liking that at all. Yeah, that's it's giving me it was giving me issues here with the connection. It's starting to bother me. I hope your day has been going well. For those that don't know, Mr. Smith is an amazing musician. Just an amazing musician all around. It's not right to call him just an amazing drummer. I mean, he blows me away when he plays the drums, but he can do everything. If you're not connected to Mr. Smith, get connected to Mr. Smith. When he does get to where he's going to be going live again and working and everything, it's always worthwhile. Okay, I want to share the file that I just made. Because this is going to be a spoiler. This will be, this is the spoiler of the show. Temp output. Now, as I mentioned to some of you, Karen is running for president. Karen, I am Karen. I am the customer. The customer is always right. Uh, Let me add this to the stream. I remember in America, where the customer was always right. Satisfaction was guaranteed. And when you asked to speak to the manager, they listened. America isn't like that anymore. I intend to bring it back. Vote Karen for president in 2024. Let's make the customer right again. I approve of this message. Paid for by whoever sends us money. There's your spoiler. I mean, everything else that's been playing here, that's the spoiler of the evening. It's 35 seconds. I remember in America, where the customer was always right. Satisfaction was guaranteed. And when you asked to speak to the manager, they listened. America isn't like that anymore. I intend to bring it back. Vote Karen for president in 2024. Let's make the customer right again. I approve of this message. Paid for by whoever sends us money. But there you have it. There you have it. That's Karen. Karen's running for office. Whoever's exactly paid for by whoever sends us money. That's the joke. That's one of the jokes. But no, I put that thing together I put that thing together yesterday morning. It was actually 7 in the morning, or 7:30. My daughter had come out, and she sat down. I said, "Oh, I've got to record a political ad." So, and she said, "Can I watch you do it?" And I opened up Audition to do the vocals. I never do more than one take, and it all kind of worked, and so I'm kind of pleased with that. Uh, uh, I think I'm gonna, because I've gotta do some eating, and I think I'm gonna run my chores that I have to this morning. I'm probably gonna go ahead and wrap this stream up now. Uh, get this thing done, because these now I need to do some rendering on all of them. If it's screwing around with my connection, the more I render, the worse the camera feed will get and all that. So I'm not going to worry about that. Uh, I'll get these things rendered and put on out. Tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, is when LAPStick returns. Episode 6, The Return. All this stuff that I've been doing here is all stuff that's going to be in the show. It's the pre-recorded part. The majority of the show is, this is about 12 minutes of the hour and a half long show that's mostly improv. So if you enjoy, that kind of humor, the bathroom humor, I think it's kind of funny. We got the alien report. Karen is running for office. So that's going to kind of be her thing for the next 15 months, along with Little Terpene, Charlie Wood, and the Art of Floundering podcast is going to have a vignette. We'll see how it goes. It's the first show back after a month. As you can see, I'm not done, so it's tonight. I'll sleep at some point in time. Everything will work out. I hope. I hope everybody out there is having just wonderful, wonderful times. I see here that, yes, ready to go live again. Going to be following Conspiracy around this week. Yes, doing live streams from the week after. Everybody get connected to Mr. Smith. This is just just unbelievable, unbelievable musician. Uh, Hey, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see everybody. I've missed this. This is my therapy. This is my therapy. It really is how I get through. How I get through. And so when I haven't been doing this, I haven't been getting through all that well. It hasn't been that fun for me. But hopefully those days are in the past. Uh, we're gonna have our show tonight. Hope everybody can. Well, 9 p.m. Eastern time. You can catch it later if you do. But if you are looking for something to do tonight, check that out. And then again after that, I think 10 p.m. tonight. I want to plug it because I think I dropped Conspiracy out there. It's right up. Conspiracy Music has a at 10 p.m. Eastern time a conspiracy show. I think it's going to be music conspiracies. The Paul is dead, backmasking, different things along those lines. They have a debate. Last week it was fairies wear boots. That might have been 2 weeks in a row. So take all this with a grain of salt. Yeah, I'm not vouching for any of it. Awesome, awesome. Looking forward to it. I'm gonna cut out here so I can have myself some peanut butter and some milk, and then a little bit more coffee, and do some more. I may live stream again this morning later on, but I got some errands to run right now. Anybody, make sure you connected to CamPro. We're gonna bring it tonight. We'll see how it all goes, but hey, everybody out there, make sure you get that thumbs up. Make sure you left me that, and I will see you all when I do. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Let me find the end broadcast. There we go.